Do you have lower back pain from sitting on uncomfortable chairs? Does your current chair frustrate you with its lack of adjustability? Are you tired of not being able to sit naked on your chair because you get stuck to the leather? Introducing the Secret Lab Titan SoftWeave, a big chair with a big personality. Its adjustable lumbar support and thick cold cure foam keep that lower back pain in check, and the full suite of adjustability from tilt angle to 4D armrests can be tailored to suit any situation. No shirt? No problem. The Secret Lab SoftWeave material is a blend of fabrics that maximizes breathability and comfort. I can't keep this up anymore. Let's drop the infomercial act and get into the proper review. So-called gaming chairs have been growing in popularity for quite a few years now, and before I tried a couple of them I always wondered if they were worth it. Are they even comfortable? Some of those weird angles and racing type seat designs don't exactly scream maximum comfort. The truth is, it varies a lot. Even gaming chairs that look very similar can feel totally different to sit in, but they all have at least one advantage over the cheap office chairs I used to buy once a year from Officeworks. They are comfortable for a much longer time, and we'll come back to this in a minute. I wanted to cut through all the marketing jargon and buzzwords and just get down to what I think are the most important aspects of a good chair: comfort, build quality, and because I'm a little vain, aesthetics. Secret Lab have absolutely nailed that last one with the SoftWeave fabric option. I would go as far as to say it's the most unique and one of the best looking gaming chairs on the market. You just don't see fabric finishes like this on most computer chairs, especially not on gaming chairs, and the finish is just absolutely gorgeous. Couple that with a company logo that actually looks quite professional and discreet rather than shouty and edgy like so many of the gamer aesthetic racing chairs out there, and you have something anybody and everybody should be happy to be seen sitting in. I've got the cookies and cream fabric on this Titan, but Secret Lab have just released a highly requested fabric color scheme for the Titan called Charcoal Blue, which offers yet another unique look available among the sea of synthetic leathers on the market. They also have multiple different color scheme options in PU leather and real Napa leather finishes as well. The SoftWeave is the one for me though. Not only do I like the look, I think it adds a great deal to the overall comfort. Having been using it for almost 3 weeks now, it's made me wonder why there aren't more companies offering a fabric upholstery on these big gaming chairs. It breathes so much better. Even if you don't make a habit of sitting in your chair without a shirt on, I'm sure you've experienced that upper thigh moisture if you dare to wear shorts on your fancy leather chair. That uncomfortable sweaty feeling just never happens with the SoftWeave fabric, and I've gotta say it feels a lot softer to the touch than synthetic leather does as well. Long-lasting comfort is really the name of the game with the Secret Lab Titan. Just about everything is adjustable in a multitude of different ways. You've got tilt angle, height, a reclining backrest, adjustable lumbar support, and armrests that can be moved forwards, backwards, sideways, up, down, and even angled diagonally in or out. You should have no problem finding a setting that's perfect for you, and all the adjustments are incredibly easy to make, so you could even kick back and maybe sneak a quick nap by pulling a simple recline lever at any time. The other part of comfort comes down to the padding. Secret Lab use a thick layer of something called cold cure foam, but that basically means nothing to any of you, nor does it mean anything to me. So I thought it would be best to just show you what the difference is between the Secret Lab padding and any old random foam you'd find on a bargain basement office chair. Speaking of any old foam, here's a decent chunk of it. This foam is incredibly soft to the touch. It's even vaguely pillow-like when first dropping your hand on it. The problem is, when I really settle in and start relaxing my weight on it, the padding all but disappears. Run-of-the-mill chairs using this kind of foam all suffer from the same problem. You initially sit down and feel incredibly comfortable, but 10 minutes later the foam has compressed into nothingness and now you're left sitting on whatever they had underneath that foam, usually a big metal plate or a piece of plywood. Cold cure foam doesn't compress like that, and for that reason you might actually feel like the chair is firmer when you first sit down than that cheapo chair you just replaced. The difference is, when you settle in, the foam doesn't compress down into a pancake. Rather, it forms a mold around you, and no matter how long you sit in it, it will never compress further, and it's always going to spring back to its original shape once you stand up. That relatively cheap chair you got from a retail store might be slightly more plush and comfortable than the Secret Lab Titan for the first 10 minutes, but the Titan is about 1,000,000 times more comfortable for the next 10 hours. And finally, build quality. Having seen quite a few gaming chairs at conventions and whatnot, build quality has been a bit of an issue. The caster wheels and bases always feel solid, it's just the rest of the chairs that can vary quite a lot. I've seen loose and uneven armrests, I've seen the backs of chairs completely out of alignment due to a weak supporting arm on one side, and worst of all is the stitching and upholstery. It's usually shoddy as hell. The Secret Lab Titan that I have here has absolutely none of these issues, and it feels incredibly well put together. The stitching is perfect right the way around, and everything fits seamlessly and symmetrically. It's also damn heavy and solid enough to support my rather large frame without so much as a creak or crack. So is the Secret Lab Titan SoftWeave worth it? Absolutely. I don't think you can put a price on long-lasting comfort when you spend as much time in a chair gaming, writing scripts, recording voiceovers, and editing videos as I do. You'll find a link in the description and in a pinned comment that'll take you over to Secret Lab where you can see their full range. If you're in the market for a comfortable chair that'll last for years to come, I'm happy to recommend one of these beauties from Secret Lab. Check them out today.
Thanks for the liking, subscribing, and the sharing!
And I'll see you all soon.